You are now tuned into Box Speech.
Let's get into it.
Basically what I'm saying is he's got to come down in the weight naturally, where it's like drain the body of water. So that's what it'll be, because fighters can lose 5 to 7 pound, 8 to 11 pound by draining the water. When they weigh in, I assume they're not to be underhydrated. Must be because of that. But he must be talking about that. So if that's not there, then what that means is Eubank's got to really train down to that weight, eat less, and everything else is going to be weaker for sure.
Not sure why this fight is like now it's getting made, but it'll be fascinating and it will capture the public's imagination. Everyone will be invested. No one's going to miss it. Everyone's going to want to see it. You never know if there is like a weight cut that's tough for Junior, and there's rehydration stipulations that he has to adhere to and stuff like that. But then you're worried about it being dangerous. You know, I don't want to see a fighter fighting severely dehydrated. That's how you end up with a brain injury. But if a prediction on the fight, I don't think Eubank would fight if that was the case, and I think he beats him. I think he's too big.
Well, I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest. I know it's great for boxing, but they're just not the same size. Rehydration clauses should not be a thing in boxing. I know IBF have a £10 morning after ruling, but it's just not safe. The term rehydration clauses don't sound safe. Rehydration clause, just don't agree with it. Eubank's been up at super middleweight, and now they're going to drag him down to near light middleweight. I don't like it. But then again, if he does do the weight and it's safe, he's then 2 divisions bigger than Conor Benn. Is that safe? I don't know. I don't really like it. I'll watch it. I'll be intrigued by it. I'll love watching the old men at it, but I don't think it's a good matchup.
I look at it, a lot of people's favouring Eubank because of the size. The clever thing that the Benns have done here is obviously put the weight restriction on. To get down to 157.5 and only allowed to put on so many pounds on before a certain time. Now, it all depends how he's going to handle that at, 33, 32, 33. A lot of fighters might not rehydrate up to where they need to be at that. And when he says he's at 60%, he's probably saying that to cover his own back, if I'm honest, because, perhaps that's even worrying him a little bit. So I'm going to put it out there as a completely 50-50 fight.
I felt Chris should have finished Liam Williams. If I'm being honest, they had him down 3 times in the first round. I think he should have got him out there, but come down the home straight, he's running and dancing around the ring, and he was saying he's trying to put a show on. Don't be putting a show on, you know what I mean? If you've had someone down 3 times, you've got to get him out of there. And I don't know whether he had the gas or the stamina in order to do it. And if he drops a few more pound from what he usually does, that might his stamina and work rate might lessen. I think Conor will carry the weight up with him and the power and the explosive. It makes you wonder, It's one of them fights where if Chris Eubank won it, I wouldn't surprise me. But if Conor won it wouldn't surprise me either.
Chris Eubank Jr. is a professional. He knows what he's signed up for. I think he's made 158 point something before. It's not a brutal weight cut, but he's trying to gain an edge by not making a contractual weight. There's weight within the agreement that means the fight can be cancelled if it's above a certain number. So he won't want to pay a fine. He likes his money. And I think he's also a man of his word. And I think he won't want to. I think it's a bad look. So, yeah, he's got to come down a couple of pounds or a pound and a half lower than he's ever been. Conor Benn's got to move up 10 pounds. And I know that's not going to be brutal in terms of the weight cut. The disadvantage and the danger, I feel, is actually with Conor Benn. He's fighting a much bigger man. We fully expect him to make 157 pounds.
Then is there any hydration clause in there? Sometimes I think, when you put weight on like that, it's very hard to lose that weight again and come back down again. So, it just depends on that. But look, I don't know, man. It's a hard fight to call, but I do lean more towards Eubank.